get her guaranteed income of $1,000 in 65 days. I'm sorry, she got Ruby in 34 days. She got Emerald, the $3,000 guarantee, in 65 days. And she's going Diamond this month, which is just crazy. But I really took her as like, I don't want to say as like a trial, but like I was like, I'm going to do something completely different with my business. And it's been insane, the results and the what's come of it. So obviously this business loves speed, right? This business also loves consistency. This business also loves leadership. It loves friendships. It loves fun. Like, you need all of it, okay? And so find out what category you're missing from and then focus more on that. So for me, I'm not like a mass high recruiter, but I'm a quality recruiter. And with those quality people, I take them step by step by step through that. And so if you don't just, I love that Brandy was like, I already got my chart out for a double. Like, you got to know where you're going. Okay. So if you don't have your Ruby chart out, get it out, run your projected numbers. One of my girls this morning, I don't have my phone on me, she texted me and she was like, here's all my numbers. And I'm like, what numbers are these? Like, you want to go double diamond? Like, what are these? She's like, this is where I'm at. I don't care where you're at. I need to care where you're going. Like, so run your projected numbers. You should be able to see every ounce of got all my stuff right here.
So, okay, real quick, while you're grabbing that, everybody besides Amber, please make sure you're muted. And if we get to a point where anyone can, we do questions or anything, then unmute. But please make sure you're muted.
Brandy, if you go to participants and then go to mute all, and then click don't allow to unmute.
Perfect.
And then you'll just have to unmute me.
There you go. Unmute tab.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now nobody can unmute themselves unless you do it.
Perfect.
So it kind of helps too. But so if you guys are Ruby, right, with this guarantee, we need 2,000 right here. That's 500 personal volume from every single distributor. So although a qualified leg is like only 400, if you guys are going diamond, also in that chat, I want to see 8 people drop in the chat what your next rank is and where your goal is this month. Okay. So get your next chart out and then you're going to take, okay, let's say Emerald. It's the same exact thing. For 5,000 volume, every single box needs to be at 500. So you're going to take, if this person only has 3 customers, right? Take 500 minus what their customers total. That's how much volume you need there. So running the projected volume is crucial. And I do it very early on in the month versus be like, okay, let me wait till the 25th and see how all the auto shipments run. And then I'll see where I'm at and where I'm going. No, then you're crazy for 5 days. But you have to have a clear focus point. So very first of the month right now, we're not at the first, but we're pretty close. Get that projected volume in. Know where you're going. Know what exactly each distributor needs. Because essentially, if every single person just handled 2 boxes, right, your whole chart would be done. And if everyone knew they just had 1,000 volume to bring in, everything would trickle up. Now, that's the ideal world. But ideally, if we can teach that and that's what we expect, that's what's going to happen. So what I was telling you about the girl who went Ruby in 34 days and then she went Emerald in 65 days. It's crazy because really if you do this, you're going to get that $1,000 guaranteed income. Her check was like literally all together combined was $1,062. Like she hit it. She's like, it took me a year in my last company to make $1,000. Like, this is crazy. And so we have that and we need to be more loud about that as far as you helping enough other people get what they want. Then you're going to get what you want. But until then, you will not get what you want, and it will probably fall and or feel like you're treading water, you know? What else we got?
No, that's awesome. Thank you. So I think any advice for, maybe reaching more people,
Sure.
Things they could do on social media, anything you have on that. And then for the people that are kind of stuck, they're like, I'm reaching out, I'm not getting anything. I'm posting, I'm not getting anything. Maybe something they could try.
So there's a few things that, again, we did with this team that's just killing it right now. And we're just trying to keep things simple and duplicatable. The end. Like, I don't need any other things that are going to distract me, comparison. I don't need any of that. Okay. I need simple and duplicatable. And so we talk about the 5 pillars. If you guys haven't gone into your eSuite and downloaded the social media guidebook, it'll teach you how to expand and grow on social media. But they talk about the 5 pillars, okay? And what that is 5 things that are you besides it works, okay? So besides it works, what are 5 things you love, you do, you're passionate about, your hobbies are? So for instance, this girl has been in my business for 4 years, and I just found out today that she has an open adoption with her son. I'm like, you've never talked about that. Like, that is a huge connection of moms that would love to connect with you. Like, that's something you should be posting about. Or one of our girls, she's training right now for a marathon. That's a market that you can reach out to, that you can connect with, okay? I just signed up a girl who is graduating high school in 2 weeks, okay?
Wow.
God knew better than to give me this money when I was 18, but she's killing it. And I'm like, okay, so how many other do I have any high school friends? Like, no, I'm old as crap. Like, I don't know how these high school people do it. So I'm trying to find connections with her, and I'm like, she did drill. She's in high school, graduation, senior pictures. So that's how she's connecting with, and just searching those through social media, searching those pillars, and being able to connect with other people that are relatable to her. So every day you should be expanding your network. Otherwise, if you have 200 friends and I tell you to message, 100 a day, 2 days, your market's done. So making sure that you're expanding your market. And honestly, you don't have to get told no to expand your market. So it's kind of fun to see, like, who is going to follow me back? Who's going to connect with me? So that's a big, easy, fast way to grow your market. Find local boutiques, right? That are around you, or check-ins like at restaurants. Those are all people that you can connect with wherever you want to build. I asked that high schooler, I said, Gentry, where do you want to travel to? She goes, Mexico. I was like, girl, you don't even know we're about to launch there. Like, forget about it. This is so cool. So it was just fun that she was like, I'm already dreaming. I'm going to Mexico. And I was like, search it. Search all the, like, Google high schools, Google colleges in different states and where you want to build, and then add all those people. It's like such an easy, simplified, and like you could spend hours and you still will not touch or be done, expanding your market. And so then if you're reaching out every single day and you're consistent, you should have a consistent pipeline. So one of 2 things is either not happening. You're either not expanding your network, or you're not consistently posting and asking. Okay.
Oh, Holly. There we go.
There you go. I don't know why, like, people, like, it allows other people to do that. It's so weird, but
no,
that's crazy fun. Oh, dang it. Now there we go. But that's an easy, quick way to build your market. And you should probably spend the majority of your business when you're first starting and when you're wanting to grow, is expanding your market majority of your day. If you expand your market, if you grow your influence, post, obviously that's got to be a non-negotiable. And then ask, message, you've just got to, then you should absolutely be continuously completing your steps to success every month.
No, those are really good points. And we all have things that we're passionate about.
Yeah.
And that's helped me a ton. There's certain things, you guys that know me well, but I'm very vocal about, natural remedies and food, right, and vaccines, and those are my things. And so I always connect with other moms who, even just by their profile picture, a lot of times they'll have like a frame on their profile picture. That's something, I have one on mine. That's something that they care about. And if I see a frame like that, I just add you.
Well, and you guys can get into groups, like get into mom groups that are local Florida, right in your backyard. There's millions, like gazillions of groups that you can connect in, engage in, and then you'll build that friendship with. And so every day you should be doing some form of different way of communicating, of adding, of marketing to all these networks, and then you won't have a problem keeping your pipeline full.
No, that's great advice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about anyone who's struggling to get started? Or the thing we keep telling everyone, we keep doing training calls and telling everyone it's pretty consistent for the most part. There's always an exception, but the people that are struggling to get going, they're not on the calls, they're not putting in the effort, they're not putting in the time. Do you have any other advice?
Well, I mean, they're not on here for me to hear it, right? Usually those people.
Right.
No, and maybe they'll hear it later if they actually watch it. But one of the things, you guys, that I wish I would have done is I wish I would have ran sooner. And I wish I wouldn't have depended on an upline or a Zoom to get me in check. I didn't really even have that when I started. So it's a blessing that you guys have this. But the basics of it is, I had a girl today. She goes, gosh, I just need more hours in the day. And I was like, no, you need to be less distracted during the day. Like, we all have the same 24 hours. Okay. If you calculate how much wasted time you have, or 15 minutes, waking up 15 minutes earlier, going to bed a half hour later, you should be able to do 1 power hour. Now, I don't know if you guys know Caroline Bouchard. She went ambassador in like a blink of an eye, but I'll send this over to you. But she created this PowerPoint, power hour. And it's something to do every single day, something to do every week and every month. And then this is your hour of tasks.
Ooh.
And you literally set a timer, and that's all you do. She did this for 2 years, and that took her ambassador.
Wow.
So I did that. If I did nothing else for my business, I sat down, I removed my phone, I literally worked, focused time on timers, and I did 1 hour, whether you do 30 minutes in the morning and 30 at night. There's no excuses. We all have an extra hour in the day. We're wasting an hour right now, right? So,
Right.
So it's like, you have it, you just can't figure it out. So figure it out. If it's important to you, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. And no one's going to come and do it for you. You know, it's like, why did you start? I don't know. Because it was $20. Because it was $49. Because it was $99 to start. Like, why did you sign up? Why did you get in this? And like, for me, it was so I could keep my lights on. For me, it was so I could get off WIC and food stamps. You know, it was bigger than like, oh, it'd be nice to have $100 and hope it just fell from the sky. Like, I had to hustle, right? So, and that's the same way that I work my business. Even today as an ambassador, every month I start my business at 0, just like everyone else. And I start my business with my steps to success. And I sign up 4 customers and 3 distributors, and 4 customers and 3 distributors. And that's how I built to the top of the company. So this business isn't hard at all. It's actually just your discipline that lacks. It's not even education that lacks, because you can figure it out, right? And to be honest, not everyone knows how your business is supposed to look anyway. So if you can find a simple way, duplicate it out, you should be 1 hour or less a day in this business. One girl told me she's a diamond. She's like, I'm just on my phone all the time, and I'm not spending quality time with my kids or my husband. And I said, that's a personal problem. 100%, that's a personal problem. Like, we do not need to be on our phones. I used to think that, but there's no rap emergency, and you need to have scheduled times that you work your business, and schedule times with your man, and schedule times with your babies. They don't need much. They just need a little bit. And then guess what? I know, because I don't have all this free time with my phone. Like, when my husband comes home at 5 o'clock or whatever, I'm going to be focused so I can be present when he's home. Otherwise, if you treat this like a hobby, you're going to be like, oh, my husband's just a hobby too. Like, we don't need any of that. Okay. So find those focused scheduled hours. And if you have to wake up at 4 a.m. to get it done, then that's what you do. And you'll do it.
Yeah. And those are great points. And I've had a couple people tell me that they don't have the time, or they're so busy, and like, okay, we're a blended family of 7 kids.
Don't talk to me about that.
Like, don't talk to me about time. And then, one girl I was talking with, we were on a call, and she was talking, she was nursing her baby. And I'm like, okay, I'm still nursing my little one. When you sit down to nurse, you're stuck there. It's not
right.
Like you're like vacuuming floors and nurse. You're superwoman if you do, but you have that time. So I'm like, that's when you pick up your phone and you make a post, or you reach out to somebody, because you're stuck there. So it's just,
but instead we're doing other things, scrolling Pinterest that doesn't pay us, or YouTube or whatever. So yeah, so that's kind of where the first thing comes in, is where is your power hour? That's it.
I love that.
Because I can do it 2 or 3 times a day if I have that time too. But if I do nothing else, then I can do 1 hour a day. The girl who went Ruby in 34 days, she works 2 jobs. She has a blended family of 3. And her husband is a firefighter, so their schedule's back and forth all the freaking time. And she did it in 34 days, working 2 jobs with 3 kids.
That's awesome.
Like there's just no, it's crazy because you'll look really, if you calculate it and you go to your phone and you see how much time you spend on Instagram and how much time you spend on Pinterest, it calculates everything. It'll show you exactly how much time's on there or how much time is wasted. You know, we all go to the bathroom. There's 2 minutes, depending, right? You can work your business then. You can, I every time I park my car, do I have anything important? Yes or no? Have I posted? Yes or no? Do I need to respond? Yes or no? Then I'm inside. I get to this destination, same thing. I have 2 minutes, yes or no, reply, post, message, follow up. What do I need to do? I'm done. And I work my business in like 2 to 3 minutes throughout the day. But you got to be disciplined. We all have the time.
Yes, I know. I 100% agree. And those are great points. So I hope you guys definitely take something from that. If anyone has any questions for Amber, drop them in the comments real quick. Anything that you want us to go over. We don't want to keep Amber too long, so I won't do too much. But if there's anything you guys have, drop it in the comments. Anything specific to you guys or your business that we can kind of help you with. I know that's a big thing too, is asking for help. So,
yeah,
you know, that's how Amber and I even connected, because I text Cammie and I asked Cammie for help. I said, I want to go to Diamond. I need help. I need to learn from, you know, the ladies at the top that have done it. And she connected me to Amber. So, you know, we're very lucky to have, you know, these mentors. So don't be afraid to ask anytime. Yep, we're getting a question. Holly said, running into someone in public, stranger, and you want to share the product or opportunity in 60 seconds or less. How would you do that?
I love this. So last weekend I was in LA. The week before that I was in St. Louis. And in St. Louis I got 2 really strong contacts. In LA I got 2 really strong contacts from ordering coffee. Okay. And like we all shop, we all are cashing out, checking out, whatever. So in public, honestly, I do not want to be somebody that's like, hey, do you want to join my business? Oh my gosh, I have this business opportunity. And it's the wraps and they're great. And the front, oh, we have coffee and I'm like racing through 60 seconds. The best thing that you can do when you're asking somebody, or like, I get this gut feeling, maybe you guys do, maybe you don't. Whenever I see someone, that voice is like, you better talk to them. You are 3 feet from gold. If you don't, like, they could ruin your business and you're taken from them. Like, I have that crazy voice that just sits there. And so I always think there's a really good book. It's called 3 Feet from Gold. And I always know I'm 3 feet from gold. And if you go out in public with that mindset, get off your phone so you can be conscious and aware of who you want on your team, right? Or who's around. And so this girl cashed me out. She was gorgeous, you guys. I literally, like, she looked at, you know, cashiers that, it wasn't Starbucks, but it was a coffee shop. And she looked at me and she was like, thanks, have a good day. And I was like, Kate, first of all, you're gorgeous. We need to be friends on Instagram. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yes. What, like, and I was like, what's your Instagram name? I typed it in, I added her. And over the last week, she's been engaging on my stuff, all from a compliment. So no, I don't explain the products and explain the business. I do a lot of seed planting, watering, and I harvest really well. So the biggest thing is to plant and then water, and then it's going to harvest. But, so as far as presenting them with the opportunity, it's rare that I'm like, oh my gosh, have you heard of It Works Global? I'm a rep and I want you on my team. Like, it doesn't work really well. But to be honest with you, to find out what's going to work for you too, you're just going to have to fail forward and give it a shot, and you'll stutter and you'll flip up and you're going to be like, hi, I need to talk to you. And I don't know why, like, and see, when I was in St. Louis, I walked into our hotel and there was this gorgeous girl. And I feel super intimidated by people that are just like that drop down. I'm like, I'm not talking to them. They're going to think I'm weird. And so I just like we made eye contact. It was kind of awkward. And I walked away and I got into my elevator and that voice was like, don't you dare. And I was like, hold the door. I'll be back. Like, I got to go talk to her. And she already saw me, which is even more awkward. And I walked out and I said, are you from here? And she was like, no. And I was like, where are you from? Like, that's awkward. So I was like, where are you from? And she was like, Kentucky. And I was like, okay, I have an amazing opportunity that could change your life. Can I add you on social media and we chat about it in a little bit? And she was like, yes. And so then I did. And then the same thing happened. I found her on Facebook. I added her. And it's not awkward, you guys. Go Instagram first, and then Facebook is totally cool and legit. But I just lead more with genuine, real, raw, like, oh my gosh, that stroller is so darling. Like, where did you get it? Like, if you're curious about strollers, or like give them a genuine compliment and genuine, question. And then it's always easier to let them kind of watch you, right?
Sorry, I was muted because Anya was.
You're okay. I'm reading
out.
the chat. You're good.
So yes, and Dan interacts with, that's what Holly was saying. Dan interacts with a lot of people. He delivers milk. Dan, I'm going to tell you that I would not go up to people and tell them that they're gorgeous, because you might get punched.
You know, there was a guy that came up to me this weekend, and he was at a gas station, and he told me he was like, no, you are beautiful. And I was like, thanks. It wasn't creepy. Like, it was like nice, but I was like, babe, this guy called me and said I was gorgeous. He was like, you are. But yeah, don't go hitting on women, right?
Dan, I'm just messing with you. But yes, and so I think, for a lot of people that are, I'm in the house all day. When I do leave the house, I do try to interact with people, cashiers and whatever. But those of you that are working jobs and you're interacting with people every day, I constantly telling you guys, talk to people, keep a sample in your purse, build relationships with people.
Yeah.
A great story real quick, and I've shared this with some of you, but Barb went Ruby. I think Barb went Ruby like in her first month. She did very quickly. She came out the gate swinging. She's on track for Emerald. She's amazing. And Barb on Thursday nights it's like her night to like go out. And she was messaging me from the bar, and like 3 weeks in a row, she's like, I sold products to so-and-so at the bar. And I'm like, well, how'd you do that? And she's like, well, I sat down, and the girl next to me, granted, this was like in her first week, the girl next to me was talking about how she needed to lose weight in her belly. And so I told her I had something that would help her with that. And she said, sign me up. And Barb goes, so I did. So don't be afraid to ask, talk to people. And if you listen, that's
right.
a big thing. The more we listen to people, they'll tell you their story.
For
the
sure.
Mom's going to complain about the baby weight, or the dad's going to talk about, needing some energy, or you're going to see people drinking a Red Bull. If you pay attention, you'll get people's stories.
Well, and that's why when you guys are out in public, get off your phones. You're at Walmart grocery shopping, get off your phone. Like, when you're out with the girlfriends, be like conscious and present, I guess, and you'll hear the clues. Like, success leaves clues, and it will be dropped, but you got to be willing and open and conscious to even hear about it. So I love that.
That's awesome. Well, I think that's it. We just wanted to, get you on here and help people, stay excited and understand what they need to do to get to their goals. Like I said, we've got, some people going Emerald. We've got some people going Diamond.
So fun.
Yeah, we're really.
It is fun, you guys. And here's the thing is that, this momentum isn't going to last forever. Run while it's running. Like, I know it's going to last the rest of the year, and then we're going to come to conference, and we're going to have another run with what's coming. And no, I'm not telling anything, but but if you guys knew what was coming, you'd spend a little bit more than even an hour on your business every day. But grow yourself more than you're growing your business too. Study systems, study sales, study marketing, study different categories of business school, essentially, right? I was a hairstylist. I didn't know business. I had to study it. I had to learn leadership. I had to learn how to have more than 5 friends. Like, that just wasn't something that came natural to me, and how to deal with different personalities and color personalities. Like, there's so much more besides just, oh, I posted today and no one responded. Okay, cool. But like, what products are you using? When was the last time you posted your results? Have you been loud about your results? Have you even asked somebody? Does your friends even know that you're doing the business? Because they will sign up with someone else that does. It's happened. It'll happen to you. If you don't tell them, someone will, and they will go. So
absolutely.
My thought was like, ain't nobody touching my friends. Like, come on, let me tell everybody. Make sure that they sign up with me, right? So So just be loud about it. We have something very special in our hands, and if you're not talking to everyone, you're taking from them.
I love that.
I'm proud of you. I'm going to cheer you guys on to double this month and lots of new diamonds. If you guys need anything between now and then, Randy, you know where to find me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for all of your help and your advice and your leadership. We truly appreciate you.
Absolutely, you guys. We're excited for you.
All right, girl. Have a good night, and thank you. And guys, if you need anything after this or any questions or follow-ups, you guys know where to find me.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you, girl. Bye.